Hey everybody, Bobby Murray here, and today I'm going to talk about transitions and why they're difficult. I'm here for my weekly chat with Seopa to help you seize your passion. I'm here every week at Thursdays, 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk with you about transitions. And a bit about myself. I'm a four-time TEDx speaker, one of Inc. Magazine's top 100 leadership speakers, and most recently named one of the top 7 networking gurus to follow on Twitter. So, hello, welcome, and happy Easter long weekend coming up. Hope you are gearing up for some nice holidays. The topic today is about transition. So anyone here struggle with transition? If you have, again, comment below. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Toronto, Canada, home of the Raptors, home of the Blue Jays, and now home of the Maple Leafs, who are in the NHL playoffs, and the Raptors in the NBA playoffs. Let me know where you're from. Type below. I'm going to talk about, transition. Transitions are actually hard, both personal and professional. So, when we talk about personal transition, so let's say you're trying to transition from leaving your family for the first time to go off on your own, transitioning from a relationship that's ending to a new one, or maybe transitioning from one marriage to a second marriage. Those are difficult transitions that people have to make, and so they're very hard. Business and professional transitions, like leaving a job, starting a business, starting a brand new venture or something where you're trying to, maybe even when you're trying to seize your passion on something, that's where it can be a little bit difficult for us. Now, the question is, why is it difficult? Why is it difficult to transition out of these things? Why is it difficult to transition out of a business, transition out of a job, transition to a new venture, transition to a new relationship, a new opportunity? Well, I'll start with the first thing. The first thing that makes it difficult to transition is that we are creatures of comfort, and we get comfortable where we are, and that comfort often doesn't allow us to make the leap to transition to what we're trying to do. So that's one thing that happens. The second thing with transition that's really difficult is that we often have a lot of fears behind why we don't want to transition, or the fear of change, or the fear of doing something, fear of the unknown. So that fear also holds us back from transitioning the best way we can. And a third thing to consider when it comes to difficulty in transitioning is, and by the way, welcome to new people on Periscope / Twitter. Good to see you guys here. Glad you're joining the conversation. We're talking about dealing with transitions, whether personal or professional. You can share your questions or thoughts below. I'm happy to answer them. And actually, we feature all these videos every week on seopa.com/stream. You can see all the videos we've done in the last year to help you seize your passion and find your purpose. So that's really what it's all about. I make myself accessible here, and so by all means, ask any questions, engage, and I'm happy to be here for you guys. So the third thing that makes it difficult to transition is often we feel kind of down on ourselves, and we feel kind of unfulfilled, and that feeling down, that unfulfilledness, slows our motivation. We're like, well, my job's terrible, or my relationship's really bad, but and maybe it'll be worse out there, and I just don't have the motivation. So, and when it comes to that, I mean, you have to find ways to get your motivation, and the ways to do that is to really understand what's the pain point presently, and then what would it be if you left the situation. Let me give you a little philosophy in terms of how I do it. There's 3 things you can do. 1, you can either accept the situation you're in. Number 2, you can either change the situation you're in, or number 3, you can exit the situation you're in. So number 1, if it's fulfilling and joyful and you're getting a lot out of it, great, accept the situation as it is. If it's not, try to change it. Try to change it for the better. Always try to look for ways to create more happiness, fulfillment in that situation. And if you're not able to do it and you're not able to accept it, then you try to exit the situation. So you leave the job, you leave the relationship, things like that. Now, some people are like, well, what if you can't exit? Well, then you have to go back to acceptance. So can I accept? I'll have to accept and deal with the emotions right now, presently, for the time being, until such time I can exit or change the situation. So that's typically the way I would handle dealing with difficult situations and how to transition out. Other things to consider for transitioning out of something that's challenging is, for the most part, we don't have a plan. Not having a plan, not having a mindset to transition makes it much more difficult. A few years ago, many years ago, God, I'm getting old now. Many years ago, I lost a job, and the transition took me 7 months to get through it. And going to meeting people, doing breakfasts, and networking, and starting to get my resume out there, and it just took a really, really long time. And then the second time I got a situation where I was actually let go, the person there said, Bobby, don't take too long transition. Go start doing stuff right away. So instead of taking time off to I guess, wallow, I started looking for new opportunities right away. And I actually went through the transition agency and I leveraged the resources and I learned a bit about myself and came up with a plan. And the plan really helped me focus on where I wanted to go. And pretty soon, I had my next opportunity really fast. The idea that, being able to plan can actually be a big help to you trying to get moving when you're trying to transition out of something. And the fifth thing I want to say, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of transition is, really, really understand who is your support network, who is going to be there for you. Because if you ask for help and have the courage to do so, because it is a sign of strength, people will step up. And there are people out there that want to help you. They want to be there for you and are willing to step up and help you on your path, because it's hard. It's a hard journey for all of us to do this kind of stuff. So but leverage your network, ask for help. There's people there, your family, your friends, close friends. You never know who's going to step up and help you. So I hope you find this useful. And again, you can certainly check out all the stuff we've done in the last year on seopa.com/stream. We're here every week, 11:45 a.m. I'm actually off to Montreal for my Easter long weekend with my family. I'm really excited about that. What are you guys excited about? By all means, share below. And, if you have any questions or topics for other chats, please just, let us know. Go to the website. You can check out my stuff on rayalan.com, or you can check out my YouTube channel under Bobby Umar, or I'm everywhere on Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Rayhan Bobby. So check out seopa.com, check out my stuff, and I hope to see you guys out there. All right, and have yourself a fantastic long weekend. Take care. Bye bye.